Welcome back to Adam's Tutorials. I have a confession to make. I recently discovered that my day cream that I've been using actually does not have any SPF. And I always sort of assumed it had, but I never looked it up. For all my life I've always been using sunblock from cheaper brands like Nivea and stuff, and they're perfectly fine for your arms and legs, I find. But since I started working in the garden more, and I figured I should probably use some sunblock, because I've seen a lot of gardeners on television that don't have very good skin because they probably get a lot of UV exposure, and I didn't want to end up looking like that. I don't like the feel of most sunblocks on my face because I do tend to start sweating here. So what I was looking for is a sunblock that is not shiny, doesn't leave you with that sort of greasy feel, and doesn't make me sweat through it and like have it sort of lie on top of my skin, sort of like an oil layer. I did a bit of googling around and found a couple of products that I thought hopefully would help me out in this case, and these are the two I picked up. On the right here we have the Vichy. This is Capital Soleil SPF 50. It's the anti-shine emulsion, and it's mattifying, and they call it Dry Touch. The same name, Dry Touch, also appears on this. And this is the La Roche-Posay SPF 50. Also the Dry Touch formula, and it's a gel cream. So I've been sort of trying these out side by side, areas where I normally would put the sunblock one going out. I must say they're quite comparable. I definitely have nothing against either of them. They help me out usually. They're much better than the Nivea stuff I was using before this. But if I had to pick one of these two, I think I would go with this one. Now, I want to do this on camera, and I'm actually curious to see, because they both claim to be anti-shine. I'm just gonna put a bit on my face. I'm putting this one on this side. You can see it is a white cream, but it does disappear quite quickly. I'm curious to see if you can see on camera if the shine differs at all. Now on this side I'll be putting the Vichy stuff. I'm using about that much. And what I've found as well, since I started using these, is that I actually use more sunblock, which is a good thing, because probably in the past I didn't use enough. You need actually to use quite a thick layer in order to get the benefit from the SPF, but I never did because I just felt the touch so disgusting. I have quite a lot, so I'm just gonna use the rest up on my neck here. So I think that's more or less put on now. Now, there isn't a huge difference between the Vichy and the Roche-Posay, but I think the Vichy is just that slight bit nicer to the touch, feels a bit lighter, and is slightly less shiny than the La Roche-Posay stuff. So yeah, if I had to pick one, this would be the one. And also I prefer the scent. They don't have much of a scent, but the Vichy is a tad bit more subtle than La Roche-Posay, sorry. The price is very comparable for both these bottles. I paid about 17 euro. Okay, granted, it's not very much, but you don't use that much if you only use it on your face. What I usually do is use the sunblock over my day cream, because supposedly your day cream doesn't get in your skin very much if you put on the sunblock first. So I put it over, and yeah, of course, as with all sunblock, you're supposed to renew it every 2 hours, I think. I can't say I do. I should probably pop one of these in my bag, because they're small enough, like you could probably just carry them around with you. It also comes in SPF 30. Now 30 is probably enough for my skin. I don't burn very quickly, and that's sort of the recommended SPF at least. But you can always go higher, and since my husband does burn quite quickly, I figured for me it doesn't hurt. I don't mind being pale. I actually quite like the paleness with my coloured hair, so I went with the SPF 50 because a little bit more protection is not going to hurt it, and you know, the more you protect yourself against UV, like the smaller the chance of skin cancer and the like. So, you know, something we really need to be aware of, especially if you spend a lot of time outside. But yeah, if you're looking for a sunblock which is not shiny, which is not like oily on your skin, and is very light to wear and has a decent amount of SPF, these are both good options. Yeah, I do highly recommend either of them, with a little slight preference towards Vichy. I hope that was useful for someone going into the summer, and I all wish you a good week. And I thank you very much for watching. Please click that like button if you do enjoy my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye everyone.